Hey y'all. So I just want to stop in and say really quickly, I don't want to be long. I'm supposed to be at my second job. And you know what? I just felt tonight, no, no. Tonight is going to be a night where I'm in the house and I'm doing me some prayers and I'm writing me out some discipline mantras because tonight was one of those nights that I felt great throughout the day. But as I got out into the energy in the world and I'm walking, I'm getting out my car, going into the building, like getting ready to go. I'm really at the door of the building and I turn around and get back in my car because I'm like, no, I'm not working tonight. I cannot. um because of the energy. There's so much, in my second job, it requires me to be around a lot of people. Even though I'm not really talking, I don't talk to a lot of people, even though they gravitate to me, that's draining to me. Um, it's a lot of chaotic energy, right? And even though it's a temporary thing for me, because it is, for me, it's assisting with a goal that I have, but ultimately, it's temporary, but it is a lot of lessons and jewels in this experience that I'm having. And tonight, it was evident that I needed to not be in that environment. I needed to be home. And I'm at peace with that. I'm really at peace with that, right? Um, but I wanted to say to people that right now, I know everyone is in this mode of motivating people. Like, let me just say a cute quote. Let me just come up with my idea of what you should do. Let me just regurgitate what I read in this book. Let me just kind of like verbatim give you a scripture that I read in the Bible. Or let me just send you this link. Or let me just put my view of what I think is happening and what I think is going on and my speculation and my, performative anger and frustration and all of that. Let me just share that with you. Right now, it's very important that you check your capacity. Check your capacity, especially my men. Listen, I just did a reel, and the reel was basically a tribute to one of the most incredible souls I have ever in my entire life felt through the screen. Do you understand me? Ricky Rick, okay? And I'm not gonna speak on this long because I have a whole nother episode I'm doing for men for that. But this man, okay, this incredibly powerful, beautiful ball of energies, this beautiful soul, okay, struggling mentally, gave all this out to the world, shared all of this with the world, gave all of himself to the world. South African empire he is, 34 years old, took his life. He is a father, he is a husband, he is a friend, he was a mentor, he just amazing global empire, okay? But his spirit was so big and so, oh my God, but he was struggling. And he spoke about it. And this is the thing that I can't even stress enough with our men. We tell our men, especially, say something, speak up, talk about it. Don't hold it in. Let someone else. This man did that. He created songs. He did interviews. But you know what? Society doesn't create a safe place for a man to be really vulnerable that way because that's a weakness. And now I'm seeing how even in South Africa, okay, it's still the same thing. It's everywhere. It's this ideology of men don't cry, don't express, don't be vulnerable. We're in a very difficult time right now. And there's a lot of things that are happening right now. And there's a lot of people that are struggling right now. And they don't have a safe place to express or to be or to be rescued. This is something I need people to understand. It's not about a quote. And I know right now there's a lot of talk about mental health, and there's a lot of people who have their ideas about it. And there's a lot of people from a detached spirituality or a spiritual view have their perception. But let me tell you, I'm speaking directly as someone who knows what it's really about, who's experienced these things, who has seen this up close and impersonal, who knows that it's not about the act itself. It is about what has pushed someone to that space. And it is not a scripture you can regurgitate or verbatimly speak that is going to rescue someone who's on the edge. It is not a quote. It is not any type of cute little saying. None of that is going to stop a person who is at the brink of an end. It's what they feel in their heart. Okay? And you have to touch a person and connect with a person's heart before they get to the brink. How do you do that? Brandy, how do you do that? You give a damn every day. You give a damn every day. You care about a person every day. You check on people every day. I don't give a damn how my tribe is like, Brandy's so mushy. She love everybody. Because my tribe knows. Anybody who interacts, my neighbor, Miss Jackie, knows. I'm checking on you. You good? Are you really good? Open the door. Can I see your face? That is love. That's checking on somebody. That's making sure they good for real. This, y'all not finna get me on a tangent. I'm just really just dropping in to tell you. Ultimately, this is not about your ego. This is not your pride. This is not your preconceived ideas of how someone should respond to what they are internally going through. This is about giving a damn about people in real life. And right now, there's a lot of shit happening in the world. There's a lot of things, a lot of loss, a lot of recklessness, a lot of casualties that are occurring right now. And you don't know who in your life is internally suffering because you don't see them. You don't see them. The biggest smile, the most encouraging of us all, the most empowering of us all, the most successful, the ones that look the best, the ones that have the best everything are suffering. But they don't have a safe place. And you, whoever you may be, who feel like you're in your right mind, who feel like you on top of the world, who feel like you got it all together, and you got every quote in the Bible, and you got every type of scripture you can name, and you got every type of antidote for healing and recovery. You are needing to be present authentically, not with the representative, not with the performative acts, but be present in real life. People in your life need you right now. Don't wait until it's too late. There's a lot going on right now, and there's a lot of heaviness. There is a lot of beauty, but there's a lot of heaviness. And if you're in a space where you're struggling, you can't see the beauty for the clouds. So if you are someone who is not in that space and you have an opportunity to reach somebody, to see somebody, do that every single day. Every single day. In everything that you do. How you do one thing is how you do all things. If you ain't shit on the internet and you talk crazy to people on the internet and you ain't coming saying negative things and wishing death and speaking all kind of ill shit out your mouth on the internet, that is your reality. That's who you are. People don't understand the power of the tongue until that very tongue is what kills you. So we need to pay attention. We need to be aware. And we need to be adamant about creating a change. Because what you think won't affect you, ultimately will. People are struggling right now. People are in a very, 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 very sensitive space. And it is our responsibility every day to reach their heart and pull them off that ledge. Physically, metamorphically, figuratively, and literally. We have an obligation every single day. You can't change the world if you can't affect the world that you live in your life every day.